Good day to you. I'm in Port Orange, Florida, at a department store. I'm just kind of walking around. I need to prepare for my next vacation, and I have an item I need to buy. Water shoes. No, that's not it. Here we are. Water shoes. Let's see if they have my size. Very good, we got them. Okay, mission accomplished. I like this store because they give you a 15% discount for being an old man. So yeah, another micro mini project completed. I've got my water shoes. They'll go in the suitcase. Get me ready for my next adventure. I'm leaving really soon, going to the other side of the world. And I've been there before, but the second trip's going to be so much better. This trip has been months in the making. As I'm on my way back home, bordering the Atlantic Ocean on a very famous road, the Jimmy Buffett Memorial Highway, otherwise known as State Road A1A in Florida. And I miss my little piece of the world when I'm gone, but you know, my attention's starting to get divided. So what does it take to put these mini micro projects together to make a good vacation come together? Well, the first thing is the plane ticket. I bought my ticket for this trip to the other side of the world back in November, a few months ago, when fuel prices and airline ticket prices were much more stable than they are today. And usually, maybe you can get less expensive plane tickets to this destination, but I'm not so worried about that. I'm worried about the comfort of it, even though I'm flying economy. The comfort of knowing that that part of the project is complete. And I'm a project guy, unfortunately. All right, we're here in Ormond by the Sea. A couple of deputies, an ambulance, a fire truck are here. And at first I thought perhaps someone drowned at the beach because there is a walkway right there that takes you down there, but it looks like it's going into someone's residence there, beachside.
Sir, can you stop filming this for us?
So it was a near drowning, and it appears that's what's going on. All right, well, looks like the gentleman's going to survive. A younger man that got caught up in the ocean. Of course, he picked a place that's not close to any lifeguard station, and it's after hours for a lifeguard station. So I think he learned a pretty valuable lesson. And this is where he was swimming, behind some condominiums. The closest lifeguard station from here is in that direction, about, almost a half mile. So let that be a lesson here. If you're going to swim, swim near a lifeguard station if you're not a strong swimmer. The waves are not really even high today. This is a 1 to 2 foot sea. There's a lot of sargassum on the sand. Not a contributing factor. There's no sargassum in the ocean. That came in a couple of days ago. Okay, so they're going to be taking that young man to the hospital. I asked the older woman that was with him, appears he's with 2 other women, that he went into the water and came out and collapsed while he was on the sand. So I probably just swallowed a little bit too much water. He did vomit on the way up before they put him on the stretcher. All right, so I'm a half mile down, and I'm at the spot of the closest lifeguard station. Hello. 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 This would be a much safer place to swim and to get around these people. And this is where all these families enjoy their time on the beach. They're close to a lifeguard station. They're also around other people and they're close to safety. Not like the beach where that gentleman almost met his demise. And even here they have a fire pit going on. Now it's after hours, there's no lifeguard here. But this is a more appropriate place if you're gonna dip your feet into the water. And of course my premise for coming is I'm testing my new water shoes. It's the premise of this whole thing. So yeah, this is a great place. It's the golden hour, about an hour before sunset. Temperature in the 70s. I'll correct my statement earlier about the 1 to 2 foot sea. That's probably 2 to 3 feet. There's no chop out on the water. But still, there's less sargassum here than there is in other parts of the beach. But wow, man, what a way to spend an evening, huh? So water shoes were just the beginning of what was on my list. I've got some other things that I need to buy. Some candy. Someone I know wants some chocolates that I need to buy. I'm also bringing a couple of canned items with me to the Philippines by special request, and you might see a video about that on down the road. But my next couple of videos are just going to be about my preparation. So among these micro mini projects like water shoes and candy and t-shirts and canned goods and snacks and whatever else I want to bring with me, I do get two suitcases on my travel, my economy travel. There are other things I like to take care of before I go overseas. So I have prepaid my lodging, and I'm staying in at least 3 different places over the month that I will be in the Philippines. That's all prepaid. Also, I like to travel with the currency of the country that I'm visiting, and I have made that money exchange here in the United States, and that, even though the exchange rate I got was about 2% different than the market rate if I was in the Philippines, for example. I at this time the exchange rate is 60 pesos to 1. I got 55. I'm good. I'm good with that. So I maxed out. You can take a maximum of 50,000 pesos into the country, and that way I can avoid ATMs that might eat my card. I can still transfer money to myself using Western Union or another wiring company. So I'm set, I think, also with the cash. And this time I'm not going to some place that's unfamiliar. I'm going to familiarity. I'm going to see someone that I know and I've kept in constant communication with for the entire year that I've been gone from the Philippines. So I'm coming into a welcoming situation. Hopefully, maybe a little more than that. Who knows what's going to happen while I'm there. I'm walking into a familiarization with culture because I have traveled there before. I already know what to expect in terms of motorcycle rides and jeepney rides and tricycle rides and the cost of travel, even though oil is a lot more expensive than it was last year at this time. So yeah, most of my time is going to be spent in Cebu on an island called Lapu-Lapu. And when I say most, out of the month, I'm probably going to be spending a little more than 2 weeks there. And then the other 2 weeks, or just under 2 weeks, is going to be travel to other parts of the Philippines. I wasn't a fan of Manila when I went last year. I was there for 3 days trying to get my biological clock in order. It wasn't very enjoyable for me, the city itself. BGC was very nice. but I really like Cebu and the island of Cebu and the island of Negros and the province of Negros Oriental. And I'm not going to make it to Negros, I don't think, this trip. I've got plans to go elsewhere, and I will talk with you about that in a future video. But for now, I'm just waiting, enjoying this beautiful mid-April evening at a local park near my house with that perfect 70s temperature and families enjoying themselves. Yep, if I was a kid again, this is where I'd want to be today. I also don't see anyone fishing out here today, which is a shame. If I had someone out fishing or saw someone out fishing today, I'd go over and talk to them, see what they caught. I could have brought my own pole. I just didn't feel like it today. I just, on a spur of the moment, wanted to come over here and have a look at what's going on, as I frequently do. So I want you to like and subscribe. Some of you have stuck with me. I haven't posted any videos about the Philippines in a while. But the journey continues and the saga continues. And I hope that you'll tune in and watch how everything goes. It's coming. It's coming. Maybe another video or two before I leave to fill you in on a little more detail. See you around.